Okay, we are live. It's Sunday, February 15th. And this is a live. I haven't done a live in a minute. Some things have been going on in our lives that uh, that have been just a little shaky, but it's okay. It's all right. You know, as usual, we trust in God and make sure everything is straight. I want to put this. I know sometimes I have this open, but I don't like it open sometimes. I like it. Well, I think she has it. She has it. Well, she got it like that, so it's pretty cool. Ain't nothing going on. So yeah. But it's February 15th, and it's Sunday, and we're gonna talk about what's been going on. Everybody that's coming in, hit the thumbs up, give a like, comment, subscribe to the channel as usual. And Miss Gerry, she may be calling, because she calls every day. So she may be calling while I'm doing this live, or she might be in church right now. So, but we're gonna matter of fact, let's pray real quick. Heavenly Father, we just thank you for just blessing us on this day that we are live. I ask that you bless each and every person that's on this live, that comes on this live. And I pray, Heavenly Father, that they will find this live that's requested from God to me, from that Most High Yahweh to me, to you. And I pray, Heavenly Father, that you will bless each and every person that comes on this live, from the real people, the trolls that come on here. I ask that you change their heart, that they will not be a troll. And we know some of the trolls, they don't have anything to do. And sometimes some of these are bots. So we pray that we won't get any bots, but we'll get real live feeds and real live thumbs up and real live messages from real live people. So I thank you, Heavenly Father. I pray that I will have a good light workout, and pray for Cutie Pie as always, and just protect us, Heavenly Father. In your mighty name I pray. Amen. So yeah. Yeah. Thank you, everyone that's coming in. I got to come in too, and make sure that that I'm giving a thumbs up. Everyone that's in here, hit the thumbs up. Amen. Chelsea Lackey. Hey, what's up, Chelsea? Glad you came in, and everyone that's coming in. I put down the Crunch edition. And hold on, let me turn this down. Cause like I said, I gotta give a thumbs up. Everyone give a thumbs up. Everyone give a thumbs up. I'm gonna give y'all an update on Miss Gerry, what's been going on. And yep, appreciate you, Chelsea. Now, and tell me where you're from. If you're from Saudi Arabia, if you're from Africa, if you're from Ireland, because she had been getting a lot of likes and a lot of comments from people from Iran, people from Turkey, people from China. Now, sometimes with the Chinese people, they'll put in everyone. I got 25 people in the live. Hit the thumbs up, and it costs you nothing to hit the thumbs up. It costs nothing to hit the thumbs up. We're gonna do live. I'm gonna start the live here. I'm in the parking lot of Crunch as usual, and I'm gonna take y'all inside Crunch. So I don't know if they have Crunch. I don't know if they have Crunch overseas. I hit the thumbs down for that. Thumbs down for okay, Leo TV. I still appreciate you coming on, but everyone that's in here, I got 20 something people on the live. Hit the thumbs up, y'all. Hit the thumbs up, because I'm gonna be talking about Savannah Guthrie's mother, that she's been being held against her will, If you're overseas, I want to know if you guys. I know people overseas have gyms. I know they have gyms. We got Planet Fitness. We got Gold's Gym. We got Planet Fitness, which is 24. Most of the Planet Fitness are 24 hours, 5 days a week. They used to be 7 days a week, but now they changed to 5 days days a week. And uh, and Crunch. I like Crunch because it's unique. They got a lot more. To me, they have a lot more stuff in their gyms as far as people going, as far as membership. They have a lot of boxing bags, punching bags, a lot of boxing stuff for Crunch. They have the push, the foot. I call it the football push. I call it like a lumberjack push or something. I don't know. They have the tire lift. They have of course they have showers, because some people just get gym memberships and take showers and stuff like that. I got 25 people in here. Hit the thumbs up. It costs you nothing to hit the thumbs up, y'all. I got 25 people in here. Hit the thumbs up. It take you 2 seconds to hit the thumbs up. I'm gonna give you an update on Miss Gerry. She's still in lockup, and we're not gonna talk about the case, but we're gonna talk about a couple things that had been going on with her, and with some of the CEOs that's been treating her. You got some good COs. I said CEOs. COs, which is correctional officers, and you got some rotten COs. Crunch is America, Spain, Portugal, Canada, Costa Rica, and Australia. Oh, okay, great. That's good. Yeah, Crunch is, man. I like Crunch. I like Planet Fitness, but Crunch also Crunch has they have the tire lift, where you lift a half of one of those big old, I think they're like earth mover tires or something like that. Ones you put on a big old gravel, whatever you call those things that work out, that the guys work outside with. They have one of those. They have the I call it the football. You know what? I think I should call it the football pusher, because you can put weights on it, and you grab it and you push it, and you working your legs and your core and stuff like that. So I like that with Crunch. Crunch has they have a steam room. Planet Fitness does not have a steam room. I like Crunch because that's really what sold me, was the steam room for Crunch. That's the thing that really sold me, was the steam room. They have a bicycle room, where they have a whole bunch of bikes, and they put music on, and you do the bike exercise and stuff like that. I think I might do that one day, do a bike session. And then they have the dance room. They have the dance room, and one time, because sometimes I go there and just look, standing on the outside, because they have the windows open, and it's a guy, it's a brother, a black guy. It doesn't matter, black or white, but it's a what's up, Lenny Caps 4427. What's up, Lenny Caps? What's up? Appreciate you. Everyone that's in here, hit the thumbs up, y'all. Hit the thumbs up. Right now I'm just talking about I'm doing the Crunch edition, and I'm talking about Crunch. They're not paying me. I wish they would, but I'm doing the Crunch edition, and because mostly I'm here at Crunch, and like I said, the thing that really sold me with Crunch was it was different than Planet Fitness. And when I say different, most of them had the same weights, lift weights, the leg weights, the the shoulders, the shoulder press, the shoulder press, the chest press, the arms, all that stuff. But the extra things that sold me was they had the boxing. Um, they had most of the boxing bags. I got 20 something people in here. Hit the thumbs up, y'all. Hit the thumbs up, because I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you a couple of stories about what's going on with Miss Gerry. And hit the thumbs up, y'all. Hit the thumbs up. And right now we're just talking about Crunch, because I'm gonna do the live here in the van. I'm starting here in the van. Then we're gonna go inside Crunch, for a different scenery. But we're gonna go inside Crunch, and um, we're gonna go inside Crunch and do just a light workout. Just a light workout. Um, I don't have a tripod. I might have to get a tripod. Or you know what? She may have one. If everyone can hear me, everyone that's on the live, if you can hear me, type a 1. If you can hear me, and I got her microphone, the one you clip on, it's in the back. And sometimes I get lazy. If I go in the back and that bed is in the back, I'm done for the day. I'm done. I'm chilling. So, but I'm gonna get it. But if you can hear me, type in like a 1. Everyone that's on the live, type in the 1. Type in the number 1. If you guys can hear me loud and clear, everyone. But yeah, this live is gonna be about Crunch. It's gonna be talking about the latest on Donald Trump, and what happened last week, and how he shot or had one of his supposedly editors or video or IT controllers or somebody shoot a video with him being the Lion King and the Obamas being apes. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about Savannah Guthrie's mother. Everyone that's number 1. Thank you, Sherry Templin 5445. Sherry Templin. Oh, Cheryl Templin. 5445. Appreciate you for the number 1. Thank you that everyone can hear me. I just want to make sure everyone can hear me. I'm gonna do the live in the Crunch, and what I'm gonna do too is probably put this phone. I'm gonna put this phone that I got, my phone, and plug it up and make sure I can keep it charged and stuff like that. But yeah, I like Crunch. And don't get me wrong, Planet Fitness is good. I had a long time membership with Planet Fitness, and Crunch is excellent. Crunch is excellent. You can pay your bill without any problems, without any issues. But yeah, I like Crunch, and like I said, the thing that sold me was that Crunch. The real main thing that sold me for Crunch was the steam room. That was one of the main things. But the other things that sold me was I call it the football push, because the football sled. I guess you can call it like a football sled, where you push the it's shaped like a almost like a iron horse or something like that, or iron pusher or something like that, and you can have it by itself, or you can stack weights on it and stuff like that. Right now I'm pushing like maybe 45, just 145 plate on there, and I gotta be more consistent and stuff like that as far as coming to Crunch. But yeah, everyone that's in here, I thank you. I thank everyone that's in here. Hit the thumbs up. Everybody that's in here, hit the thumbs up. I got 20 something people in here. Hit the thumbs up, y'all. It's free to hit the thumbs up. It costs you nothing. It takes you 2 seconds to hit the thumbs up. And like I said, it's a lot of people that's in here, and in the Crunch. And like I said, I will be in there. I might not talk. I don't know if they may allow me to talk, or Because I know I see people with their phones and they have tripods and they show people be showing themselves working out and stuff like that. But I don't think I see anybody really talking and stuff like that. So they may talk. And like I said, the next time I do a crunch video, I'm gonna have the microphone attached to me, and it should be working. It should be working how I do it. But yeah, let me give you an update on Miss Gerry. I'm gonna give y'all a quick update, and I'm gonna do the update. I'm gonna do another update later on, just in case people come in late, as usual. I'll do another update. But it's been, as far as Miss Gerry, we're still waiting on a date for her. From we found out that the DA and the judge, the district attorney and the judge, they actually make the date for the hearing for Miss Gerry. So everything's still pending, and we're just waiting on a date. I've been calling. I call almost at least 2 or 3 times a week. I usually go up there to see her. Unfortunately, we can't take. We could take our phones in, but we can't. We can't put the phone to the screen, because they have right now. We have to look at each other through a screen. I reassure her as far as everything's being taken care of, and I reassure her that we are okay. Cutie Pie is okay, and I usually let her run around, stuff like that. But right now, I kind of find like a little spot where a little trees at, so she, like today is a rainy day, so I just let her go to the bathroom like real quick, and have her come back in here. But yeah, y'all, Miss Gerry, she experienced a couple of COs that's been giving her issues and trying to make her not have peace. But the family calls up, usually talks to maybe a supervisor or a sergeant, and things get corrected and stuff like that. So yeah, but all in all, they, like today, she couldn't have church yesterday on the Sabbath. I went, but she couldn't have church yesterday on the Sabbath. But today they're gonna have church, so she'll probably call me after church. And she'll let me know how church went and what they talked about. And she has her. Oh, hold on. Someone's calling. Hold on. Okay, I'm back live, y'all. I am back live. That was one of her friends. But yeah, y'all. I will. Okay, I got one person. Okay, yeah, I'm back live, y'all. I'm back live. It was a call that came in, and I wanted to answer the call because it had an area code that's from her hometown. I just wanted to make sure everything was good. But yeah, a couple of the CEOs, COs. I don't know why I call I always say CEO, COs. But she has some. Okay, everybody that's in here, hit the thumbs up. Everybody that's in here, hit the thumbs up. A couple of the CEOs, a few of the CEOs, not just a couple of few. She got some good CEOs that help her out. And when she makes a request, sometimes they can't, because if she makes a request, then everybody's gonna make a request. So they have to do, kind of like everything in order and stuff like that. So yeah. Yeah. Everyone that's in here, hit the thumbs up as I'm giving you an update on Miss Gerry, what's been going on. She's still in the lockup right now, and we're waiting for a hearing. But she is going to get a hearing. I know she is. It's just a matter of time. And I'm going to do, everyone that's in here, I'm going to do I'm starting the live here. And then I'm going to do the live and do the rest of the live in Crunch. So I don't know if you, I don't think you could take the I don't think I could take the phone. Well, I could take the phone in Crunch, but I can't record. Or what I'll do is I'll kind of mute it or do something, but it'll still be live. So I don't want to take it in the men's locker room, and it's a mishap that goes on. And oh, you know what too? I forgot. Crunch has music. Oh man, so I might not be able to. I might not be able to take this phone in Crunch. I just thought about that. So Crunch has music. They play music, and it's copywritten music. Man, I just thought about that. They have copywritten music. So what I still can take it in, y'all, but I won't be talking. I won't be talking if I take it in Crunch. So you guys will probably just see me work out as far as getting some watch time. Excuse me. As far as excuse me, as far as getting watch time, because I forgot Crunch has music. They play all the artists. Excuse me. Oh, I must have swallowed something while I was talking. But yeah, Crunch plays all the artists that you could think of, to work out with, to get yourself pumped up, get everybody pumped up. So I'm going to take the phone in Crunch, but I'm going to put it on mute. But right now, we're going to talk about Donald Trump and why he's so obsessed with Obama for some reason. And I know that these politicians, they take jabs at each other all the time. Democrats jab at Republicans, Republicans jab at Democrats, and back and forth. That's the nature of politics. That's the nature of competition. One person is pitted against another. You got the yin, you got the yang. You got the sun and you got the moon. You got Satan and you got God Almighty, which is more powerful than Satan. But I got 20 something people in the live. Hit the thumbs up, y'all. Everyone that's in here, hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. I just gave y'all an update on Miss Gerry and what has been going on with her and what's been going on with us as far as things that's things that's been transpiring in our lives. I went ooh, excuse me. I went to, what? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna have to get something to drink to quench my throat. I don't know if I swallowed something wrong or while I was talking, but okay, y'all. Yeah. Right now the topic I'm talking about is Trump and why he's so obsessed with the Obamas. Okay? Why is Trump so obsessed with the Obamas? If you look at the Obama, okay, as far as being African American in this country and how we are viewed, even my grandmother on my mother's side, she always used to say, hey, make sure, and even my mother always said that, make sure you always stay clean, look your part, because you're judged two times more or three times more than American Caucasian Americans because of the color of your skin and even though your ancestors on your grandfather's side are uh, part of a nation, a tribe, you're still going to be judged. Now, my dad's family in Georgia used to tell me the same thing. That I always got to be careful. I always got to look the part. No matter if I work at Burger King or if I'm a CEO, look your part and do your best as far as presenting yourself presenting yourself in a nice manner. I'm so sorry, y'all. In a and in a godly manner. And if I show you guys pictures of me, I was in suits when I was a kid. I was in suits when I was a kid. When I went to school, I went to school fresh from um, from kindergarten, probably from oh no, I didn't go to preschool because I was down south mostly, back and forth. But from kindergarten all the way until I got to even fifth grade and sixth grade. My mom, she kept us up. She kept us up, bought us school clothes and all that stuff. Always we always dress nice. We dressed nice. You know what I'm saying? What my mom could afford. And then I went down south for the seventh grade. My sister was there for the fifth grade or something like that. And we went down south, and my dad, he sent money and stuff like that. Made sure we was straight. Sent money to my uncle. Made sure we was straight. When I came back, just a story about what I went through. As far as, like I said, I'm reiterating this because I'm giving you I'm thinking an example of why the Obamas are on Donald Trump's mind all the time. So it was a time that my mom, she was single, and I was in a single parent home after we had to leave our dad and stuff like that. But when I came back from Georgia from the seventh grade, my mom, they had a little layoff and stuff like that. So my mom was kind of out of work, but she was taking jobs here and there. And in the eighth grade, I still dressed up a little bit. And then the ninth grade, I still dressed up. The 10th grade was hard. The ninth grade started getting a little hard for me. The ninth grade got a little hard for me as far as my mom and her buying us clothes and making sure we was straight. She tried her best to make sure we were straight, but the ninth and 10th grade was kind of rough for me. And the ninth grade, I did at Frederick Douglass in New York, and it was kind of rough, but I still was treated. I was treated fair. Even though a couple of kids, they tried to clown on me, but it was all good because I snapped back. I snapped back, and we tried. You tried to drill me, I drill you back. So, but yeah, the ninth and 10th grade. Now I had in the 10th grade, I did eighth and ninth in Frederick Douglass. The 10th grade, 10, 11, 12, I did in Ben Franklin High School. Now that was high. That was you starting to become a teen. You feeling yourself. 10th grade. The 10th grade was a little hard for me. I remember this guy. His dad used to own a club on Hudson. I ain't gonna name the club, but his dad used to own a club on Hudson, and they had money and stuff like that. And he, when I got in the 10th grade, I had some sneakers, but they were kind of because I played in the sneakers in the summer, and then when it came to school time, my mom she didn't have the money the first day of school, the first, first few months, actually, I should say the first few months of school in the 10th grade. And this guy, he clowned me. He actually clowned me, and because my sneakers, because when I played in them, I played hard in them. But then I started learning how to clean my sneakers and stuff like that. I cleaned them, but then they started like separating a little bit. They started separating a little bit, y'all. So a great man, Frederick Douglass, should have made a quarter image. Yeah, I know. Mike AKC8W, appreciate you, man. Mike AK, appreciate you, man. Yeah, you're right, man. They should have made Frederick Douglass. Now, Rochester, where I'm from, we still have WDKX. It's like the only few black radio stations that's still alive. WDKX stands for the D is for Frederick Douglass, the K is for Martin Luther King, and the X is for Malcolm X. So I'm still proud to be from that city, because we had a lot of history from that city. Still got a church with the Underground Railroad in it. Matter of fact, the pastor for that church just passed away, but his son took over. The pastor of that church that still got the Underground Railroad in the basement of the church. The pastor passed away. Because his son, his grandson, me and him used to work together, and he said, I was doing part-time work at Burger King, and we got mozzarella sticks. So when I shoot the mozzarella sticks down the chute, I'd be like, mozzarella. Like my friends, my Italian friends in New York, I tease them sometimes about their heritage and stuff like that, just make it fun. And I'd be like, matzah, get your matzah. Like my friends, I say, like my friends in New York. And then the young man was like, he's like, man, you from New York? I was like, yeah, I'm from New York. He's like, man, where you from? I say, I'm from the Rock, man. He's like, oh, I'm from the Rock too. I'm from the Rock. And then we start talking. He said, man, you might know my grandfather, man. His name is McCullough. I was like, oh, your grandfather owned the church with the Underground Railroad. He's like, yeah. And so yeah, Rock. The Rock. We got history, man. We have history. And it's the third largest city in New York State. You got New York City, then you got Buffalo, then you got the Rock. But what I'm saying is, I don't want to get off track. Let me get back on track about Trump being obsessed with the Obamas and what I went through as far as me being African American and being judged as far as the way we dress. I know a lot of people like, man, African Americans, they always putting on, even though it might be cheap, we still try to dress to impress, And when I say cheap, I'm saying, just clothes in general. So we try to look our best as far as being African, because we're always looked upon as less than, not all the time, but sometimes we're looked upon as less than in this country. But when we go overseas and stuff like that, everybody knows that we are the true children of Israel, the Hebrew Israelites and all that stuff. But I'm not gonna get into that. But I think the reason why Trump is so obsessed with the Obamas, because the Obamas usually, I think a lot of people they've been trying to throw dirt on the Obamas, and it hasn't worked. Aloha, my shoes separated too. Had Stan Smith used to put that white shield pop at me. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get to that. That's a good one, Mike AK. So yeah, okay. Let me go back as far as my shoe separating. In the 10th grade, I had one of my buddies his name. I'm gonna just call his name Ken. I'm not gonna say his last name, but his name was Kenneth. Cause his this other guy used to say Kenneth fast. He used to be like Kenneth, hey Kenneth, and Kenneth saw me, and he like, he took me as a friend, and we stayed right down the street from each other. We stayed right down the street from each other, and Ken was, I guess, he saw me and was like, man, I was a good kid, and he saw me. You know what? I think Ken went to Douglas too. I think Ken went. I'm trying to think if I can think back. You know how you get older and stuff like that. But Ken, he saw me, saw my shoes, and then he actually gave me a pair of shoes, sneakers I should say. Gave me a pair of sneakers and stuff like that. Because he had extra pair. Me and him, we fitted pair. Our feet was like the same. So I'm saying that to say this. Your true friends are usually when you're young, and there are going to be a few that you're going to have. True friends. And to this day, being down here, we have a New York picnic, and a lot of people that's from my hometown, they show up. A lot of people from Buffalo, they show up, and it was going good until COVID. It was going good until COVID, but Mike AK said his shoe separated too. Now I didn't start. Now in the 10th grade, in the summer of the when I got out of school, I was breakdancing and stuff like that when I was in the 10th grade. But when I got out of school by the summer, we moved over to, I miss my buddy Ken too. We moved over to kind of like the same side of town, but we moved over by Webster Avenue. We moved on, actually on Webster Avenue. So I had to make new friends that were down the street from me. My buddy, I got a buddy. He was obsessed with my sister. I don't see why. I love my sister. She's beautiful, but that's my sister. I'm not. I don't. I don't think of my sister like that. But in the 11th grade, I got a job at Burger King. That was my first job. I had summer jobs. So I was able to, buy stuff here and there. But my first real job was when I was in the 11th grade. So when I got in the 11th grade, my mom stopped buying me. She really stopped buying me stuff because I was able to buy my own stuff. I was able to buy my own sheepskin. I was able to start. I started going skating when I was on Hudson Avenue. And my mom, now she did like start buying us stuff here and there. But when I got in the 11th grade, I was like, I had power. You know what I'm saying? I had my own money. I started buying my own Adidas. I was Adidas crazy. I was Adidas. I had the black and white ones. I had the all black referee ones that the referees wear. I had the all black ones. I had the baby blue suede ones. I had the baby blue suede with the white stripes, white leather stripes. I still remember. I had the white high top Adidas with the burgundy red stripes. I had some blue Pumas with the gray Puma swipe on it, and what else other Puma I had? I think I had black and white Pumas. But yeah, I was sneaker crazy. I was Kango crazy. Just clothes. I'm like, I'm young. I can buy my own clothes. I still was living with my mom, so clothes was like, yeah, my own sheepskin. Everybody had the long sheepskin. I had the jacket sheepskin. I like the jacket ones. And I used to, my Kangos, and then I had a London Fog hat. I had one of the baddest London Fog hats that that you could think of, And why everybody always come back here and they always almost hit the front. Well, I must be just tripping. But anyways, when people back up, it seems like they backing up a little too far. But anyway, yeah. So as far as African Americans, we're looked upon as um, sometimes, not all the time. Now, a lot of things have been changing, but we're looked upon as almost less than. So I'm saying that to say this, and I'm still getting back to you, Mike, AK, about the white power, because I used to, when my Adidas started running, because sometimes I met my other best friend. I forgot to tell you guys, I met my other best friend. His name is I'm gonna say T. I don't want to say his name online. I don't. He didn't really give me permission, but I'm gonna call him T. T Ski, because that's what we called him. That was his breaking name, T Ski. And I actually got the job. Terry actually got me the job. So at Burger King. But I I hung out with him, and then he started teaching me how to clean my Adidas and use shoe polish. So we used to clean our Adidas, but when we wanted a white, we took white shoe polish, and we cleaned our Adidas with soap and water, and then we put white shoe polish on the bottom gum, or the bottom leather part of the soles, to make sure they were white. Man, I know. And we used to clean the bottom. We used to clean the bottom. We used to clean our sneakers. Like in New York, you couldn't, if you came out, you had to be fresh. When you came out the house, you had to be fresh. When you went skating, you had to be fresh. You know. So yeah, that's how we cleaned our Adidas. We cleaned our Adidas with soap and water, and like I said, we put shoe polish on, white shoe polish on our on the on the sole, I guess the sole part of the sneaker, or whatever you call it. So like I said, I'm saying that to say this: Trump, what he did last week, because his website, I think they call it The Truth or something like that, posted a video of the Obamas as apes, and that's something derogatory as far as some African Americans, or all African Americans, and he said he wasn't gonna apologize until that leather started cracking. Yeah, yep. Yeah, we put that shoe polish on until that leather started cracking, and then it was just time for another pair of sneakers. The white shoe polish kind of kept it fresh, kept it kind of protected and stuff like that. Now one of my buddies, one of my breaking buddies, he used to put taps on his sneakers. Anything to annoy the status quo, anything to annoy grown-ups. When we were coming up back in the 80s, we did. We, like the skinny jeans that they wore, that they wearing now, I wore back then. The flat hats, the hats that, I curve my hat, but the hats that sit flat now, I wore that back in the 80s. We wore that back in the 80s. All the Puma sweatsuits, Adidas sweatsuits, I wore that back in the 80s. Kango hats, the captain hats, Cazals. I wore, people wearing the square glasses now. We wore that back in the 80s. You had Cazals and you had Cazal. What else? That they, everybody doing that I did back in the days. Like they think it's like brand new. Let me see, BVD shirts, chains, Swatch watch was like the thing back then, because Fat Boys did a commercial and they was like, swatch them, swatch them. When I seen that commercial, I was like, man, I gotta get me a Swatch watch. You know, I mean, it was so fun back in the 80s. It was fun because it was the 70s was the 70s was the 70s was so depressing. Not depressing. It was just like if you seen 42nd Street, um, even though I'm from Western New York, even though I'm from Western, we call it, I'm from the West Side. I'm from Western New York, Rochester, Buffalo, and stuff like that. Um, I have family down in New York, Queens, Brooklyn. I got an uncle in the Bronx. I probably got his kids are probably still in the Bronx and stuff like that. My cousin um, from Queens, he's got family now and all that stuff. But anyways, yeah, 42nd Street was back in the 70s it was bad. The 80s they kind of start trying to clean it up. Cigarettes everywhere, but the 90s and the 2000s that they start really cleaning 42nd Street up, and it's super clean now. 80s kick butt on all you right. Thanks, Mike AK. You right, Mike AK. The 80s. I'm telling y'all, breaking. Because it was gang wars happening in New York. It was gang wars. That movie, The Warriors. It was real gangs in that movie, The Warriors. It was real gangs in that movie. It was actually real gangs in that movie. Some you had some actors. I mean, well, the movie stars were actors, but a lot of those were gang. Matter of fact, they said a person that was associated with that movie got killed either before filming started or while filming was started, and they had to get somebody else. That actor that played Cyrus, he wasn't even supposed to be in the movie. They had somebody else, and I think that was the person that got killed. That actor, yes, Crips and Bloods, real legit grown. Yeah, no, but Mike AK, it wasn't Crips in New York. Back in the 70s and 80s, it wasn't Crips. I don't think it was Crips and no, it wasn't. It definitely wasn't Crips and Bloods in New York. I know that. They had different names in New York. You had the Spade, the Aces or something like that. It was different gangs in New York. They had their own names. Crips and Bloods didn't come to New York until like Biggie Smalls. Oh, okay. What's up, Mike? Oh, you from Cali? All right. Yeah. So Crips and now you had Crips and Bloods because now it was one guy. You might have had Crips and Bloods in New York that were small because Mike Tyson fought this guy named Blood. His nickname was Blood because he was part of a Blood gang, but he was from Detroit, if I'm correct. And but not in New York. We did not have Crips and Bloods back in the 70s and 80s. And like I said, it probably was small, but New York had so many. You got five. Mike AK, if you ever, because I've been to Cali before. I've been to Cali, and I stayed in Inglewood. Let me tell you this quick story. I stayed in Inglewood. My ex-girlfriend, and I got family in Cali. I got cousins in Cali and stuff like that. But they're like, but anyways, I stayed in Inglewood, and I wanted to, I didn't want to rent a car. I wanted to experience Cali, like bus, train, bada bing, bada boom. And my ex-girl, she had a car. She had her car or her aunt's car or somebody's car. And but I said, hey, let's catch the bus here and there. And I didn't know Cali had before I got there. I always thought Cali had like big palm trees. I didn't know Cali had short palm trees. So I was like, man, I want to take a picture under a palm tree that's kind of short. And I was taking a picture. She was taking a picture of me. And one guy actually, he pulled over. And I didn't know Inglewood was like Blood territory. So mind you, I had on blue jeans. I had a white T-shirt and maybe some blue in it. and I had a New York, a regular blue New York hat with the white New York letters. So I'm taking pictures and stuff like that. Taking my New York poses and stuff like that. Like, yeah, yeah, this and that. And one guy, he pulled over, actually got out the car and was like, "Hey man, where you from?" And I told him, I'm like, "Man, I'm from New York, man. This is when Biggie and Tupac, either they died or before they died. I'm trying to think. I think it was after they passed away or something like that. I got to remember when they passed. But God bless the Biggie and bless Tupac. Um, but yeah, I was taking a picture. Okay, okay. But I'm trying to think the year I got there. I only stayed for like a couple of weeks. Um, and it was much love. I didn't know. I seen Mexicans that were like blue eyed, white, like white, blonde, and blue eyed. I was like, I was tripping. But anyways, um, uh, yeah, I stayed in Inglewood, and for that week, and like I said, I was, most of my New York stuff was either black or blue, basically. I didn't have like much red or anything, nothing really, nothing red. It was either black or blue, or white, you know. And I told him straight up, I'm like, man, I'm from New York. And he slapped my hand. Hey man, we don't trip like that and stuff like that. Um, I was just checking and stuff like that. Hey man, that's their city. I respect that. And I just told him straight up because I was green. I mean, I'm just in Inglewood. I'm in a hotel. I'm not here. I ain't here for that gang stuff or whatever, man. I'm here enjoying the scenery. I'm here enjoying my ex and stuff like that. And I'm just chilling. I'm just a visitor. That's all I'm doing. There wasn't no check-in and all that stuff. That check-in stuff, I think they do that to them guys that's got money, that's got like real money, man. You got to check in and this and that. And no, if you move somewhere, and this is America, to me, as far as, well, my age right now, I'm 59 years old. Why I got to check in just to move somewhere? I mean, like I said, I think they do that to them guys that's got like real big money, them superstars or whatever, or up and coming stars. And and that guy, he had a right to ask me, where I'm from, because I could have been how do young kids say, a op or something like that. I could have been the enemy, doing that. I could have been like, man, I'm from, and I was in I went to Compton. I went to Watts. I seen the Watts Towers. And like I said, I was just visiting. And I didn't trip. I wasn't on no tripping, or I'm from New York and this and that, and bada bing bada boom. I've heard that Cali has been, when I say Cali, I'm talking about LA. Because I stayed in Inglewood, which is Inglewood, LA, Compton, Watts, bada bing bada boom. And oh my goodness, now that I think of it, it's gotta go. Appreciate you, brother. Okay, aloha. Appreciate you, Mike. But yeah, I went to LA. I'm just divesting, or um, maybe getting away from the subject. But yeah, I went to LA, stayed in LA, and was just talking about, still on the subject of Obama and Trump, and why Trump is so obsessed with the Obamas, and him hating the Obamas. The man, I mean, Trump, you already in office. Why you still hating on him? I don't get that. And even in the Bible it says, you ain't. I mean, man, God bless you to. And a lot of people say, oh, God didn't bless Trump. Yeah, he did. He blessed Trump to get into office a second time. Obama and them, they got into office twice. So Trump, you already in office, man. Why? I mean, are you scared that Obama might try to come back and do a third term or something like that? I mean, dude, run the country, man. Worry about running the country. Don't worry about the Obamas. And why Obama was in office, it was why Obama and Michelle and Barack Obama was in office. It was worse things that was said about him, that was drawn against him. Characters, character. I can't say it. Caricatures that were made, cartoons, disgusting cartoons that was made against him, nooses that was people used to make dolls. Um, they used to make dolls and with Obama hanging on it and stuff like that, and yeah, just horrible stuff, man. Horrible stuff, and just I think people they just obsessed with us, man. They are obsessed with us, and it's it's a thing that it's a shame that Trump did that or let that happen, or supposedly he didn't know. Yeah, he said he didn't know, and it was taken down. The Republicans they really um, they are really like, in my opinion, they're really turning a lot of people away, turning a lot of people away from their party. And next election it's going to be a landslide. I know it's going to be a landslide. Democrats, I know it's going to be more ethnic groups coming into the Democratic side. It's going to be black, Spanish, Latino, uh, more Chinese. It's going to be Chinese American people that's going to start in Pakistani American people that's going to try for the presidency, try for the Democratic presidency. And yeah, there's going to be more foreigners and more ethnic groups that's going to, it's going to be some ethnic groups on the Republican side too, but it's going to be more ethnic groups that's going to be on the Democratic side. So America, you just got to prepare for it. It's been uh, over 200 something years of white presidency, and there's nothing wrong with that because they built the country. I mean, well, I should say they CEO'd the country. They did a good job at CEOing the country because this country is a corporation. This America is a corporation. A lot of people don't know it, but there's a lot of people that do know it. But yeah, a lot of these presidents, they were great CEOs. Some were messed up CEOs. Some were good CEOs. So, but like I said, this country is a corporation. At the end of the day, it's a capitalist country, and at the end of the day, these presidents, they are CEOs to run the country. That's why when they say run the country, that's why you run a business and you run the country. That's why Trump. A lot of people wanted Trump in office because everybody was saying, yeah, Trump, he's going to run the country like a business and stuff like that. He's going to run, and he has, and most of his businesses, he ran them through the ground. He ran them to the ground. A perfect example, the USFL. It was running smooth. This is what I heard. I seen it on video. They said it was running smooth. It was really gonna be a big thing, and which it really was, because I used to like watching USFL because I'm like, man, football, the NFL is gone, so let me watch, because I like football. Basketball, I really don't. When Bird Magic and Bird Magic and Michael Jordan, when they left, I was not interested in basketball anymore. Really, the excitement wasn't even there anymore. um, and Isaiah Thomas and stuff like that. When they left, because they were real players, they were hungry. Steve Kerr, Bill Lamberger, um, uh, I mean, everybody. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Larry Dance Nance, everybody that was in that area, Clyde the Glide Drexler, everybody in that era. After that, when they left, it was like the magic was like really gone. I mean, Allen Iverson. If you look at Allen Iverson as his dribble, the man carries. He carried. They don't even call it. See, when we were kids or teenagers, and you did stuff like that, they'd be like, "That's carry, carry." You can't. No, you have to dribble the ball down. You don't pick the ball up and, scoop it and dribble like that. That's carry. They call that carrying. But I don't know. I don't know. They must have changed it or something like that. But anyways, I'm going getting back to the subject about um before I go in, because it's almost an hour and I gotta go to the bathroom. But anyways, yeah, getting back to why Trump is so obsessed with the Obamas. Uh, we, as far as African Americans, we just everybody knows we're God's people. Everybody want to come to our church. Everybody want to eat our food. Um, Everybody wants to vibe with us because our vibe is with God. We, you know, we worship the Most High. We worship Him. We worship the Most High God Yahweh, and um, now that Drewski exposed a lot of these false churches, um, I love Pastor Geno Jennings. He is like, his church is straight up no chaser. Either it's heaven or hell. Either it's holiness or it's not holiness. It's either or, because that's what God is requiring of us. Either you're going to be on this side or this side. Ain't no, straddling the fence. Some words I can't. I have my dialect and my tongue and my ear, because my mom is from the north and my dad is from the south. So I have, some words I can be like bam. Some words I'm like, I struggle on. But anyways, yeah. We are people that we just people of God. We love God. Black people love God. We know about a higher entity, a higher being that is greater than us. That's why if you look at the old Roots movie, if you look at Roots, the 1970s movie, every time a child was born, the parents or the father would take the son or daughter and raise them up to the moon at night and say, behold, something that's greater than yourself. I think it's behold something that's greater from you. I know they used to say, behold something that's greater than yourself. And I don't know what he said after that. I don't know if he said, make sure you worship, because I think they were saying worship God, because God is way bigger than we can imagine. And the moon, it used to be a suit. Whenever they took the child out, the child could be a year old. I mean, a day old or a month old. They used to take the child out on a super moon when the moon was like the biggest. And this, like I said, it had to been true, because it was researched and stuff like that. So I don't know, but they used to take the child and say, look, because a child can't look in the sun. You could look straight at the moon, but you can't. A kid or I can look at the sun. I look at the sun sometimes. As far as I can look through the sun. Gotta go. Appreciate. Okay. Yep. So Mike AK, appreciate you, man, coming on. Everyone that's coming on, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. I'm getting to why, and I'm almost finishing, why Trump is obsessed with the Obamas. The Obamas, they have law degrees. They're studious. They're one of the African Americans that went to college, finished college, and they're successful. And they don't bother nobody, man. They don't bother the Obamas. They don't bother people, man. Trump, he tells women to shut up, and he tells women to this and that, you're a pig. And I mean, not just women. He tells men too. Some men, this and that. So I mean, but you can't have all presidents is not going to be the same. All presidents that we have are not going to be the same. You're going to have some, by the book IBM presidents, and you're going to have Trump. You're going to have some guys like Trump. You're going to have God rest the dead, JFK. He got in office via his dad, and the Italian mafia, but then he appoints his brother to start prosecuting some of the same guys that got you in. So I'm trying to think what you're thinking. I don't know if the FBI was telling him, hey, I know the FBI know that how he got in. They had to know. FBI know everything about us. FBI, CIA, NSA, they know everything about us. So I know the FBI had to know, even partially known, that John F. Kennedy got help from A, his dad, and two, um, the Italian, and not all Italian people are in the mafia. That's not even true. My cousin, I mean my niece, she's married to one of the five families that start with a G. She's married to one of the five families. She's African American. He's Italian, and his family is part of one of the five families. Um, and yeah, she and he goes to church. He's a church guy. He's a nice kid. He's a nice young gentleman, and he's yeah. So I don't as far as America, when they try to generalize people, oh, all Italians are this, all blacks are this, all whites are this. No, it's not like that. You got some good people. You got a lot of good people, and then you got some jackknobs. You know. So yeah, the Obamas, they're wholesome people. They got two beautiful daughters. I don't know what they have been doing lately, but they got protection for life. And I don't know why Trump is just jealous. It's like he's jealous of them for some reason. Man, you back in office. You're a multi-billionaire, or you're a multi-millionaire, or you're a billionaire, and you concentrating on some Trump and them, they're millionaires. They're not as they might be worth like maybe $400 million. The Obamas, something like that. But yeah, you shouldn't concentrate on them. You should be concentrating on running the country and foreign affairs and the economy. Man, stop obsessing with that's an obsession, man. That ain't good. Everyone that's in here, hit the like button, hit the thumbs up. The update with Miss Gerry is we're still waiting on a date for a hearing, so they can decide what they're gonna do and what we're gonna do, what we need to do, and yeah. So we're still waiting on a date. We got a couple of COs that's been acting up, and we the family had to call like the captains and the sergeants and stuff like that so they can get straightened out. But yeah, y'all. Yeah, the Trump organization, or the Trumps, are obsessed with the Obamas for, I think, no reason at all. For no reason, and they shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. All right, y'all. Enough with Trump. Now, let's get to Savannah Guthrie's mother and her taking away against her will. I don't know if I can say the word. I don't want to say the K word. I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble, but she's been taken. And it's just a matter of time. First of all, the person that had the mask on and the glove and stuff like that. Oh, excuse me. The mask and the glove. They found the glove. They found the DNA. A lot of people have Ring cameras now. You know what? This Savannah Guthrie and a lot of people. I was telling my daughter. Me and my daughter was talking. I think it was last year, a couple of years ago, and my niece. I said, y'all generation, y'all can't commit crimes no more. You're gonna get caught. Even though they got caught, it took them a longer time to get caught back in the days, back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. But as technology is advancing, going up, more AI, more DNA, more this, more that, more fingerprints, more cameras everywhere. I said, y'all can't commit crimes because it's cameras everywhere. Back in the days, it might have been a camera. They mostly concentrated on cameras like in businesses, jewelry stores, banks, and stuff like that. They started putting cameras there, but now they got cameras everywhere. You cannot, if you get away with a crime, that wow, okay, they must be going. It's a fire truck going past Crunch. I thought it was. Oh, they must be going to the grocery store. But anyways, I'm saying this to say this. Savannah, Guthrie's mother, the one that's been taken, God bless her. I hope, God, I hope that you protecting her, that everything is all right with her, and she has her medicine. Hopefully, I don't know how this person took her, and then, well, I mean, he didn't have time to take her medicine, but hopefully she is all right. She's doing good. Man, that's bad to have your mom. You got your mom, and somebody takes your mom or your dad. So, excuse me. Let me start getting in here. It's still rain. It's still raining. She already went to the bathroom, so she good. Already ate. She ate early before the rain even started. So, what I'm saying that to say this, y'all. They're gonna catch this person. Somebody's gonna confess. Matter of fact, somebody said that they know who it is. They just want some ransom money. They know who it is. They want some ransom money, but they're gonna hide out after they get the money because they don't want to be considered as a rat, and they don't want to be looked upon or targeted as a snitch and be dealt with. So one person said that they know all they want is one Bitcoin. All that person wants is one Bitcoin. That he knows they know the person, the guy that went to the doorbell cam, and they actually know the person of Savannah Guthrie's mother's person that's been taken. The person that took her, I should say. So yeah, it's just a matter of time. They're gonna catch him. He's gonna slip up, and they're gonna catch him. So yeah. So with that, y'all, I'm gonna gather some stuff up so I can go in here because I gotta go to the bathroom and put this stuff in the locker and start working out. So like I said, I'm gonna put it on mute, y'all. I'm gonna put it on mute because Crunch they do they have music in there that's copywritten music. So I gotta put it on mute, y'all. So the live is still going, y'all. The live is still going. Everyone that's hit the thumbs up, but I gotta put it on mute. It's gotta be on mute, y'all. It's gotta be on mute because once I go in Crunch, they're gonna play music, y'all. They're gonna play music. So I gotta put my Crunch app up so I can get it scanned. Oh, here we go. I can get it scanned and yep, because it's time for me to go to the bathroom. Bathroom. Okay. Get my check in for Crunch. Get my check in. So, yeah, y'all. So I'm putting it on mute, y'all. I'm putting it on mute. Okay, y'all. I got it on dark because I'm in the bathroom. Can't show anything in the bathroom, so. Yep. Okay. Okay, y'all. I got the phone covered because I can't have this phone in the bathroom. So.
Got bathrooms over there.
Okay. Lock.
I'm stop on my car quick. I'll be right back. All right.
Marshawn.
What are you doing, man?
Hey,
What's going on?
how you doing, buddy?
Not too bad. You?
All right.
Excuse me, Mr. Behind, sir.
Oh, sorry.
Surprised to see you here.
I'm not. Hey, how you doing, baby?
Nope.
Hey, I'm in the locker room with one of my army buddies that works at Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ken Marshawn. Do some push-ups, Ken.
I'll do some up there, man.
So you leaving?
No, I just got here.
You just got here?
Yeah.
Okay, I did too. Okay, I'll see you
Yeah,
in there.
Tequila's is here too.
Tequila? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be in there in a minute.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Okay, babe, I'm back. Yeah. Let me talk with him. I just seen. As soon as you called, he was turned around, and I noticed he got a tattoo, an Airborne Ranger tattoo, and I said, Marshawn. I didn't tell him. I didn't tell him. I was just about to talk to him when you called. Yeah and no, because Louis is over him. But I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna talk to him. Trust me. 'Cause I didn't even know he come here. Cause he's a lifter, and he usually goes gym. So yeah. Yeah, you gotta call me at least by 4:30, baby. Cause I'm gonna work out and I'm gonna talk with him. I'm gonna tell him, and see what he can do for me. But he works at the Knock. Remember when I was at the Knock on David Taylor? Yeah, that's where he works at. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that too. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Babe, God work. I ain't know he come here. I ain't bet. When I say I'm serious, he was turned around. He was turned around. I said, Marshawn, because his last name is Marshawn. You know, in the army we call each other by his last name. I said, Marshawn. That's what you turned around. You called. Okay, so I got. I'm here, y'all. Um, yeah, I'm still here, but it's the locker room, so I got to go black until I go out to the gym. All right, y'all. So I'm going black. I'm gonna put this phone over the other phone. Okay. Okay, y'all. I'm inside, y'all. This is the locker room, so I gotta turn the camera off. Or go on black. What's up, man?
How you doing, man?
How you doing, Tequilas?
Looking good.
For me,
Yeah.
y'all two, especially this guy.
This guy, yeah, exactly.
I know.
This guy.
How you been?
I've been really good, man. Really
All right.
good.
Well, I got bad news.
What?
They let me go at Toddville.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Louis or ask you if I can get to come back to the knock. I want to come back to the knock.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. They like to run that by Louis and stuff. We just had a full filling for all the positions and stuff. So I would talk to Louis.
Okay.
But yeah, this is something. Yeah, we just hired. We hired like 4 or 5 people.
Oh, 4 or 5 people. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we expanded out a little bit more. We got more people.
Okay.
We got it approved and stuff. They brought in more people.
Okay.
And we got that familiarity too. So
Yeah.
I think it worked out.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
They say why? What happened? Or just they just come back? Or
It's a long story.
Okay.
It's a long story. I'll tell you guys about it, but it's a long story. I don't know if you guys know Tamara.
Yeah. Harris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is. It's a long story.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
She's nice. She's probably nice to you guys, but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know that? Okay. Everybody gotta. I talk to a lot, so everybody gotta.
Yeah.
Got teeth, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But it just happened last week, so.
Okay. So you're good?
I'm good. I signed up for unemployment and stuff like that Friday, so but hopefully I can get back in.
So you left on good terms, right? Or
Well, it was not good terms, but it was good terms because I mean, the last time I gave her the laptop and we talked for a second, but that was it. It wasn't like I was mad or anything. It was a situation where I was going through a divorce, and I was kind of semi-homeless, and
same here, by the way.
Huh?
Same here, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So I know.
But I got a lot of stuff taken from me, and it was just a big mess. And she asked me to do something I couldn't do, and then when she came back the second time, she said I got to go. So yeah.
Damn.
It wasn't like my performance, like when they asked me to put up switches and servers and stuff like that and say, hey, can you configure it? Yeah, I can configure it. I go on and I can do my job. Yeah, I had no problem doing my job, but she had a problem with.
That's why I respect Lou so much, man.
Yeah.
That's why I respect Lou so much.
Yeah.
I went to I'm like it'll be almost a year here in March. For me, March 15th to be. We've been separated since March of last year.
Okay.
And I told Lou, I was like, hey, listen, like, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Excuse my language, kind of fucked up in the head right now. I got shit going on, kids and everything.
Yeah, me too.
And he was like, brother, I understand. He was like, just let me know, communicate.
Yeah.
Obviously, no call, no show. I'm out of there. But
Oh
still,
no,
like,
yeah.
he was just like-
Oh, I came I was there. Sometimes I would beat people there. I don't know if they was jealous about that. I don't know, man. I would stay late just in case things need to be done.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
Yeah, that's fucked up.
yeah, man. Yeah.
We all go through some turmoil and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see,
Fucking Louis.
I don't think you've never been married.
Oh yeah, I've been married 3 times. I'm sorry. Yeah.
You haven't.
Yeah, because I've heard the story.
3 times.
Yeah, they punched the ticket 3 times. I had to hand it back. Oh man.
3 times.
Yeah.
You told me about.
3 times, yeah.
No, wait a minute. I
Yeah, I got
thought
a
you
3
never got married.
Huh?
I thought you never.
Yeah, I
Because
got married.
when me and you were.
I was doing spontaneous things. It's like, oh, hey, it looks great, but now I might have to get married.
Yeah, let's get
I'm
married.
not doing that anymore.
You want her? Yeah, you got her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Damn, I should have fucking thought about that shit. Auction it off. So,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. You probably won't.
As much as I would like to think the other thing to do, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if I got you on live, man. I don't know if you want to get you want to do it's on mute.
You want to record them?
Yeah, but
You gotta ask first, man.
that's what I'm asking him. saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all. Yeah, my buddy Ken. He is. He's in competition. Ken Marchand. Look out for him. Real good guy. He's a airborne ranger. He's an airborne ranger, and he's real good. And I forgot tequilas. He don't want to be. Oh, okay.
Straight? What's up?
Okay.
Who we talking to?
Okay. Talk to. Okay. Well, I had like 25 people there, but I had to put on mute. Then I had to go. I had to stick my phone right here, so it can. Because in the locker room, they don't want you to put no.
Yeah. I went already. I went. It's just like a step, right? I just.
I'm gonna work out with these guys. I can't. I'm not super swole. I'm not super swole like this guy here yet, or tequilas yet. But I'm gonna get there, y'all. I'm gonna get there. I know. One day I'll be like the Black Panther, y'all. The real Black Panther. Like a panther.
Or
but yeah,
be a part of the Avengers.
Oh yeah. This matter of fact, this son of Odin. Matter of fact, this is the Black Panther or the Falcon. Tequilas is the Falcon. Oh, you don't like the Falcon? Okay. This is the Black Panther. I'll be the Falcon. I'll be the Falcon, y'all. I'll be the Falcon. But yeah, y'all, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I'm gonna end this live because I want to start working out and give me some sets in. And Ken, I guess he's gonna show me some new exercises because the way y'all doing it.
We're doing back today.
Back today, okay.
Yep.
So I gotta do what Ken. I gotta do. He's my superior as far as rank. So I gotta do what he says. So yeah, y'all. Everyone be blessed. Hit the thumbs up and peace.